Video Game History Time Warp Randomizer Audio Podcast Season 2 Episode 12 Dated Sunday, April the 19th, 2026. Welcome back everyone to Video Game History Time Warp Randomizer, the show where we spin the wheel of time and land on a random year in gaming history. And I'm your host, Jeremy from Video Gamers Oasis. It's Season 2, a brand new season and episode. In today's episode, number 12, we're heading back to the year 2016, just 10 years ago today. Today's time warp is packed with variety. We're talking brutal fighters, philosophical shooters, quirky mobile experiments, and indie charm at its finest. Step into the ring with Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, where the fight keeps evolving with fresh content and fierce competition. Then, things get weirdly hilarious with Fairy of Situps, a fitness-themed fantasy game that proves even workouts can get magical. Revisit a masterpiece with Bioshock Infinite, the complete edition, soaring through Colombia in one of gaming's most thought-provoking narratives. And dive into stylish indie chaos with Masquerade, The Baubles of Doom, a colorful action-adventure bursting with humor and personality. And much more in this episode of Video Game History Time Warp Randomizer. But before we get into our wonderful lineup, it's that time again. It's quiz time. All right, listeners, let's test your memory. You've got 21 seconds. Let's go. This is the Trivia Challenge segment for April the 12th, 2023, from our previous episode that we reviewed this year and day. Question number 1. In Light Racer Spark, what role does the player take? Time's up. The answer is Spark, guiding civilizations across timelines. Question number 2. What makes X4 Community of Planets Edition unique? Time's up. The answer is a dynamic sandbox universe with real-time economy and faction diplomacy. Moving on to question number 3. What type of gameplay defines Renfield, Bring Your Own Blood? Time's up. The answer is A. Roguelike survival shooter. Question number 4. What genre mashup does Obey Me, Nightbringer feature? Time's up. The answer is rhythm gameplay, dating sim, plus visual novel. Quite a combination there. Moving on to question number 5. What is the core theme of Flooded? Time's up. The answer is surviving rising sea levels with strategic city building. And now we have question number 6. Here it is. What kind of experience is Paint by Pixel designed for? Time's up. The answer is relaxation and mindfulness. Bonus lightning round. Fast answers only. Which game features brutalist architecture exploration? Brutalism 22. Question. Which game mixes golf with roguelike mechanics? Answer. Right. Question. Which title is inspired by 90s arena shooters like Quake? Answer. Ghostware, Arena of the Dead. Question. Which game lets you build a city using cards? Answer. Cardboard Town. How many questions did you get correct? Leave your comments in the comment section below. I do appreciate you participating in this video game quiz, just to check how much you've been listening to my podcast broadcast for the past few episodes so far. So thanks so much for participating in this little memory game. Now it's time for the new segment that I started last episode. It's called Video Game Open Mic. This has got a bit of an oddball section in this podcast where I tell a lineup of short one-liner jokes based on the video games we just discussed previously in our trivia. Time for some quick laughs. Light Racer Spark, where your decisions matter, unlike my last 3 save files. Golfinite proves even golf can stress you out. Now with RNG. Paint by Pixel, the only game where going outside the lines is a crime. Renfield finally lets you fight back after centuries of unpaid internmentship. Flooded, the only city builder where the map deletes you. And there you have it, folks. That was our segment for Video Game History Open Mic. I hope you had a good time. Leave your comments below, roasting me these jokes. Tell me how cheesy and corny they are. I do appreciate your feedback. Definitely, I appreciate everyone giving their 2 cents about these very, very corny jokes. Now is a segment where we're going to compute the video game history years for this day on Sunday, April the 19th, 2026. Here are the years where we have big thanks to mobygames.com for the video game research. I do appreciate it. On this day in gaming history, April the 19th,
2026, we have 1985, 41 years ago, 1987, 39 years ago, 1989, 37 years ago, 1990, 36 years ago, 1991, 35 years ago, 1992, 34 years ago, 1994, 32 years ago, 1996, 30 years ago, 1997, 29 years ago, 1998, 28 years ago, 1999, 27 years ago, 2001, 25 years ago, 2002, 24 years ago, 2003, 23 years ago, 2005, 21 years ago, 2006, 20 years ago, 2007, 19 years ago, 2008, 18 years ago, 2009, 17 years ago, 2010, 16 years ago, 2011, 15 years ago, 2012, 14 years ago, 2013, 13 years ago. 2015, that was 11 years ago. 2016, 10 years ago. 2017, 9 years ago. 2018, 8 years ago. 2019, 7 years ago. 2020, 6 years ago. 2021, 5 years ago. 2022, 4 years ago. 2023, 3 years ago. 2024, 2 years ago. And finally, 2025, 1 year ago.
Again, big thanks to mobygames.com for the historical data. Now that we have all our video game titles and video game news for this day on Sunday, April the 19th, 2026, it's time to spin the wheel. Round and round and round she goes. When she stops, nobody knows. And the time warp stops on the year 2016. Now, that's a lineup. Video game highlights for Sunday, April the 19th, 2016. The first game on our list is Battlezone 98 Redux. Platform, Windows. Steam. Story. Set during a Cold War era space race, players battle for control of extraterrestrial resources on planets like the Moon and Mars. Gameplay. Unique hybrid of first-person shooter plus real-time strategy. You pilot vehicles while commanding units. Trivia. A remastered version of the 1998 classic, preserving its innovative genre blend. The next game on our list for this time in history is the Banner Saga 2. Platform, Windows. For the Steam. Story. Continues a Norse-inspired saga of survival as a caravan flees a crumbling world. Gameplay. Turn-based tactical combat plus narrative choices that impact story outcomes. Trivia. Player decisions carry over from the first game, making it a true continuation. The next game on our list is Ice Lakes. Platform, Linux. For the Steam. Story. No traditional narrative. Focuses on realistic ice fishing environments. Gameplay. Simulation-based fishing with open world exploration and competitions. Trivia. Known for its relaxing pace and surprising depth for a niche sport. Next game on our list is Pollen. Platform, Windows. For the Steam. Story. A sci-fi mystery on Saturn's moon, Titan, involving corporate secrets. Gameplay. First-person exploration with environmental storytelling. Trivia. Inspired by 2001, A Space Odyssey, and classic sci-fi films. The next game on our list for this time in history is the Black Death. Sounds kind of ominous if you ask me. Platform, Windows, Steam Early Access. Story, survive a plague-ravaged medieval world. Gameplay, online survival RPG with crafting, hunger systems, and PvP. Trivia. Focused heavily on realism, including disease affecting gameplay. Next game on our list for this time in history is Rocksmith 2014 edition. Platform. Xbox One, download. Story. Not story driven. Teaches players real guitar skills. Gameplay. Plug in a real guitar and learn songs interactively. Trivia. This DLC pack focused on iconic 1980s tracks, expanding its music library. The next game on our list for this time in history is Muddy Heights 2. Platform, Android. Story, a comedic revenge tale involving ... bathroom humor. Gameplay, physics-based aim and drop mechanics from high places. Trivia, notorious premise and viral humor appeal. Next game on our list in history is the Collider 2. Platform, Windows, Steam. Story, abstract, focuses on high-speed survival challenges. Gameplay, reflex-based obstacle dodging in a fast-paced environment. Trivia, designed for quick sessions and high-score chasing. Next game on our list in this time in history is Dead or Alive 5. Last Round. Platform, Xbox One. Story, expands the DOA fighting tournament universe. Gameplay, 3D fighting mechanics with new costumes and content. Trivia, DOA, or Dead or Alive, is known for LC model. This was one of the many season passes. DLC, of course, for those who are new to that terminology, means downloadable content. The more you know. Moving on. Fairy of Situps. Platform, Android. Story, a whimsical fairy-themed fitness adventure. Gameplay, encourages real-world sit-ups through gamification. Trivia, blends mobile gaming with fitness motivation. Next game on our list in this time in history is is Defense. Platform, Windows, Steam. Story, alternate history, war against extremist forces. Gameplay, stationary turret shooter defending against waves of enemies. Trivia, spin-off from the Hatred universe. Next game on our list in the time in history is called Blues and Bullets. Platform, PlayStation 4. Story, noir detective Elliot Ness investigates supernatural crimes. Gameplay, narrative-driven adventure with shooting segments. Trivia, features stylized black and white visuals with color highlights. Next game on our list was Bioshock Infinite, the complete edition. I remember when this came out. Platform is PlayStation 4. Story, Booker DeWitt rescues Elizabeth in the floating city of Columbia. Gameplay, first-person shooter plus powers, vigors, with strong narrative. Trivia, includes all DLC, including Burial at Sea episodes. Next game on our list is Langrisser Reincarnation, Tenzai. Platform, Nintendo 3DS. The story is kingdoms clash in a branching war narrative. Gameplay, strategy RPG with unit formations and character bonds. Trivia, revives a classic tactical RPG franchise for a new Newsflash, Flight 1 Europe Limited. Event, company dissolved. Trivia, known for simulation software publishing, especially flight sims. Next we have Nomad Fleet. Platform, Windows, Steam. Story, humanity survives on mobile fleets in a dying universe. Gameplay, real-time strategy with fleet management. Trivia, focuses on constant movement rather than static bases. Next game on our list of historical games for this year is Hex, Shards of Fate. Platform, Windows, Steam. Story, fantasy world explored through card battles. Gameplay, trading card game plus RPG elements. Trivia, combines mechanics. Next game on our list of historical games is the Men of Yoshiwara, Ohgiya. Platform, Windows, Steam. Story, romance visual novel set in historical Japan. Gameplay, choice-driven narrative with multiple endings. Trivia, focuses on reverse gender roles in a pleasure district setting. How unusual for that time. Now we're moving on to Skyling, Garden Defense. Platform, Xbox One. Story, protect a magical garden from invading forces. Gameplay, tower defense plus platform hybrid. Trivia, features a unique 3D movement system in a TD or tower defense game. Moving on to Moto Trial Mania, another game on our historical game list. The platform is Android. Story, no narrative, focuses on stunt riding challenges. Gameplay, physics-based motorcycle trials. Trivia, emphasizes balance and precision over speed. Moving on to the next game on our list of historical games, we have Redcon. Platform, Android. Story, endless war between dystopian factions. Gameplay, artillery strategy controlling fortress weapons. Trivia, inspired by FTL and World War I aesthetics. Not sure what FTL stands for. Leave your comments below if you know what FTL stands for. Moving on to Action Legion, another game on our historical game list. Platform is Linux, Steam. Story, minimal, focus on arcade combat scenarios. Gameplay, top-down action combat. Top-down action combat. Trivia, designed for quick action-heavy gameplay loops. Next game on our list of historical games is Loud on Planet X. The platform is Mac, Steam. Story, defend a concert from alien attacks. Gameplay, rhythm-based tower defense. Trivia, combines music timing with strategy mechanics. Moving on to another game on our historical list is Senran Kagura, Estival Versus. The platform is PlayStation 4. Story, adds cosmetic content to ninja-themed storyline. Gameplay, hack and slash combat with customization. Trivia, known for its fan service, heavy presentation. And our final game on our list of historical games for Sunday, April the 19th, 2016, we have Masquerade, The Baubles of Doom. Platform, PlayStation 3. Story, a jester seeks to recover magical baubles. Gameplay, action-adventure combat with humor. Trivia, indie title praised for personality and colorful style. In perspective, 2016 in gaming. Sunday, April the 19th, 2016 highlights a fascinating moment in gaming history. We had strong mix of indie and AAA releases, expansion of digital distribution across platforms, experimental concepts alongside established franchises, continued growth of mobile gaming, and rise of early access that shaped development. 2016 was a year where creativity met accessibility and the industry embraced both innovation and nostalgia. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Video Game History Time Warp Randomizer. Today we explored Sunday, April the 19th, 2016, a day that perfectly captured the diversity of modern gaming, from deep narrative epics to quirky experimental releases. I do appreciate you watching this podcast. If you do enjoy it, I would be very grateful if you would like, subscribe, click the notification bell if there is a bell to click, make sure it's wiggling, and share with your fellow gaming history fans. I also have this podcast broadcasted on my Spotify podcast profile account, my page account. There's a link in the description where you can subscribe to that podcast as well. The same podcast, just on a different format on Spotify for podcasters. And I do an interesting poll on each of those new the episode that I do, and this one, there's always an interesting podcast profile. There's always an interesting poll that you can check out, and I appreciate your feedback. Until next time, when we spin again on the Time Warp,
the video game history Time Warp Randomizer.